Today we are talking about the really adorable suburban town Wilsonville, Oregon. It is about a 25 or so minute drive, give or take a little, depending on, traffic and what side of town you're going to from Portland. And it's also about a 40-minute drive from Salem. So it's about 40 minutes or so north of Salem.
And it is a straight I-5 access route.
That's one thing.
That is one thing, though.
Yeah.
It's similar to Salem, how the access points are.
Yes.
You got the off-ramps. In Wilsonville, I-5 kind of cuts it right down the middle.
Yes.
So there's access on both sides, east and west sides of Wilsonville.
Yes, that is one thing that's really nice about Wilsonville. So I have written out for you guys just a handful of things that I think you're going to want to know before you decide to move to or buy a house and relocate to Wilsonville, Oregon. But first, before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Mariah.
And I'm Spencer.
And we're a husband and wife real estate team here in the Willamette Valley. And we get calls, texts, and emails from people like you all the time watching our YouTube videos who are thinking about relocating to our area. And we absolutely love it. So if you are someone who is thinking about relocating to Oregon, or you're just thinking about buying or selling and maybe already live here, contact us. Our contact information is in the description. We would absolutely love to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So first thing about Wilsonville, this is a small city in the state of Oregon, and it is located in the county of Clackamas. Well,
do you know the population?
So I don't have the population here, but the thing about Wilsonville, I feel like it feels bigger than it is because there's so many other nice towns that are like just right there that you can just drive to so easily. So it doesn't, but I guess like Wilsonville itself isn't that big.
24,413 people. That was last updated in 2020.
So the average home price right now in Wilsonville is just over $653,000.
Okay.
So it is.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, it's about accurate, but it is quite a bit higher than, of course, Salem. But you're going to be closer to Portland, and there's a lot of positive things about living in Wilsonville. It's a really great area. You're close to so many things. There's so many really nice big shopping centers in multiple different directions that you have super easy close access to that a lot more that we have than what we have in Salem, that type of thing.
Well, it's one of those things where you're really in that location. You don't have to travel a great distance to get anywhere else, whether it's shopping, whether it's swimming at the Willamette River,
restaurants,
whether it's crossing into Washington, heading north to Canada. It's one of those centrally placed places. Concerts up in Portland, the Moda Center, Trailblazers.
Yes, you're right there.
You're
but
right
you
there.
don't have to live in the with that crazy traffic all the time. You don't have to drive into the city every day. When I think of Wilsonville, just coming from someone who I've lived in Oregon my whole life, what I think about Wilsonville, I think of just really nice neighborhoods. I think of well taken care of, like well manicured lawns and just really well cared for streets. It's just a nice area to live in.
Well, the curb appeal, that is true though. The curb appeal is really nice. I don't know if it's the community or the city requirements, but they do. I mean, their sidewalks, their streets, their paved roads, their stores, their shopping areas, everything just seems newer. I mean, you'll notice it driving past on I-5. They have car dealerships along I-5 on the west and east side. They're gorgeous and they're all remodeled. And the shopping centers, Fred Meyer's, all those places, they seem to be remodeled and a lot of money poured into in the community.
Yes. So a few more things you might want to know before moving to Wilsonville is this is a very southernmost suburb of Portland. So it's on the south end of things. If you're working downtown, it's probably about a 30-minute drive to downtown Portland. And then, like I said, it's about a 40-minute drive to Salem. It's a very nice area. There's a lot of really beautiful neighborhoods and beautiful estates. And it definitely does have a suburban feel to it. So Wilsonville does have great I-5 access. You're just right there. It'll shoot you right over to downtown Portland if you want. Wilsonville is also a very kid-friendly place. It's very safe. There's nice parks. There's family-friendly activities that are conveniently located all around you. So there's a lot of things to do, especially for families in this area. The neighborhoods are, for the most part, going to have nice, safe sidewalks, and you'll see a lot of nicely manicured yards, like we just said. And so this is a statistic. It's not from my brain, but this is the livability. Wilsonville's overall livability score is average. So that does take into, I would say it's higher, but that's my opinion.
What does
but
average
let's just
mean,
say
though?
but the things that they take into account, I think the reason it's
that.
average is because, Wilsonville is safe. You're not going to see a lot of crime there. It's a very like nice, clean place. But I think the reason that it says it's average is the cost of living, because it is a little bit higher there. Okay. And that's something that it takes for the livability score of towns. One thing that they do take into consideration is the cost of living. And if the cost of living is a little bit higher, then it's going to hurt the livability score. So that is, I mean, as you saw from the average home price, it is a little bit higher there. So that is something to take into consideration as well.
Yeah. And just to think about it, I was just up there last week showing a home right off the exit, about half a mile west off of I-5 into Wilsonville.
Okay.
And it was a 3-bed, 2-bath,
okay.
1.2 of an acre, built in the early 80s. Was fully remodeled, though. It was $540,000.
Do you know the square footage?
It was about 1,400 or 1,600 square feet.
Okay.
But it did have a full remodel to it, and the remodel was nice.
Nice.
They did a very, very good job, and it was fully landscaped, fenced, everything. Nice. And it had a three car area. There was an RV side port for it.
Nice.
But that costed $540. From what I see, we could get a 3-bed, 2-bath in the $470s to $550.
Yeah.
Okay, $475.50. So think about that if Wilsonville does pique your interest, and based off of what we have to say, and being there off and on. I grew up driving through Wilsonville every other day of my life. I wrestled up in Westland after high school, and then on the weekends as well. So I've definitely spent a lot of time in Wilsonville, and I even used to work in Wilsonville.
You did.
Before I got into real estate years ago. So
yeah.
Never have had a problem with it. Great with shopping, great in the community. And obviously, I think I mentioned it, there was some really good automotive car dealerships too. So,
yeah,
thriving community, I would say.
Yes, great community. To wrap it up, my personal favorite things about Wilsonville are the neighborhoods. There's some just really adorable neighborhoods. A lot of nice, like we said, manicured lawns, well taken care of. Everything just kind of has a nice feel. And then also I love, it's a great location, the convenience. I love that there's a lot of things to do and places to go, really just all around you. You're a quick, convenient drive to many different activities for families, for things to do for kids, shopping centers, restaurants, all of that. You're kind of, conveniently located for that. So I love that there's just a lot of options.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. So like we said, if you are thinking about moving to or relocating to our area, we'd absolutely love to help. We have great systems in place to help you do the whole entire home buying process from start to finish without even coming here. A lot of our clients are people who don't even come to our area until after we've already closed. And so we've got great systems in place to help facilitate the transaction and help everything go smoothly for you, even if you're out of the area. But whether you're here or not, we'd love to help. And we'll see you guys next time.